welcome back to the M&M Show. We've got the Pickems show coming to you live. Probably not live for you guys to watch, but it could be.
It's live for us.
It is live for us. So at our Pickems show, we've got a lot of NFL games coming up, a full slate of 16. So big week coming up. Thursday, 3 games. And remember, they're starting early, right? 12:30 Eastern is the first start this Thursday. So you got to get in there and get those lineups set early. Our first game, Houston and Detroit. Man, this is kind of tough because neither of these teams are anywhere near what you would call hot. Detroit is 1-3 at home. Houston is 1-4 on the road. I don't know that I love either of them. And Houston is actually favored in this game by 3. I don't know about that. What do you think, George?
I'm going to lean towards Detroit since they're the home team. I think Stafford's getting healthy, TJ Hawkinson, and then you have a couple like Galladay might be coming back. And Swift is going to be back, so I'm excited about that. I think the Lions are going to get it done.
Your lips to God's ear on Swift. What I'm seeing on him is it's slow, and he's still very, very in the air for Thursday. If it was Sunday, I think no doubt he's coming back. But they may hold him out one more week. I hope not. I need him for my fantasy league, and I'm staying away from anything that Detroit's putting out there as a running back if it's not him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, huge. Can't believe I'm saying this. Huge interdivision game between Dallas and Washington. This could be something that you look at, 3 weeks from now and say Dallas is going to the playoffs because of blank, and it's because they can beat Washington here. Man, it's tough for me. Dallas playing at home. The Washington defense is really pretty good. They get off to the quarterback really well. Andy Dalton is not exactly a mobile guy in there. I've got to take Washington in this one. I think Gibson's coming on. I think Alex Smith is playing pretty well. I think Terry McLaurin's a pretty good wide receiver out there. Their offensive line, while not great, is starting to gel at least a little bit. I got to take Washington on this one, but it's a tight one for me. Who you got?
I'm going to take Dallas. I agree that Alex Smith looked a lot better than I thought he was going to. Terry McLaurin's great. Gibson's looking great. I know this is a rematch of a couple of weeks ago. It's a home game for Dallas. Dallas really hasn't been as bad as the record looks, at least lately.
Well, they showed up against Pittsburgh, right? They've been showing up in some of these games, and they just haven't quite gotten over the hump. So I'm with you a little bit. They are playing better than the first couple games without Dak.
Yeah, so let's go Dallas.
Okay. We got Pittsburgh playing at home to Baltimore. Every time I say this is a lock, that team loses, but I got to feel like, 1, Pittsburgh's not going to go undefeated throughout this season. But 2, they're not going to lose at home to Baltimore, especially if Baltimore's trotting out Gus Edwards and Justice Hill as their running backs, right?
So I don't know. I mean, the Steelers are allowing about 5 yards per carry in the running game, so it could be deceptive there. But if it comes to, like, Mark Ingram wasn't laying the world on fire anyway, and Dobbins was kind of hit or miss, so Gus Edwards himself might be fine. The problem is the passing game for the Ravens. So I think ultimately the Steelers are going to pull it out, but I don't think it's going to be that far off.
No, I can't disagree with you. Anybody we should look out for in this game? With these running backs being missing, is there somebody we should go get off the waiver wire aside from maybe Gus Edwards?
Well, I mean, so Gus Edwards is definitely up there. I think he's Justice Hill is a sleeper if nobody picks him up and you have an extra spot on your bench. He was a really good-looking rookie last year, but they just never really gave him a shot, and they drafted Dobbins this year. And the obvious for the Steelers is you have to play Connor if you have him, pretty much. But then, like, on top of that, all the wide receivers there, Deontay Johnson, it comes to mind. It's been caught, I think, 12 balls last week.
12 balls for like $120.
Yep.
Insane. Check down, and they won the game by a bunch.
Claypool,
Um,
like Clayatron, I think they call him, or whatever they're calling him these days.
I don't. He's scoring a lot of touchdowns. He's not Megatroning people, so let's get that out of here right now. However, I just want to let's squash that before it gets started because he is not Megatron. By the way, and I'll argue with you on this. I see you're making some faces at me here. I'm gonna argue with you on this one. But I saw and because this is what's gonna make that a bold statement. How many years did he play in the NFL? Was it like nine, maybe not even
Something like that, yeah.
9 years in the NFL? Crazy, insane stats pretty much every year. Double-digit touchdowns pretty much every year. Him and Peyton Manning are headlining this year's class for the Hall of Fame. Now, granted, it's not done yet, but we both know they belong in there. So if you're going to call him anything associated with Megatron, that's a bold statement in my book. That's a man who quit because the Lions organization was hot garbage.
Yeah.
The Lions organization is so terrible. They forced two of the best players that have ever played for their franchise to retire early. Let's put a little perspective in there.
Yeah, I think they mostly used the nickname because of his size, but it's also his ability. So yeah, I think it is kind of BS, and I agree with you.
All right. So our next game, we've got Arizona playing on the road in New England. New England is also hot garbage, but they found a way to beat Baltimore. So who knows? I thought maybe that was like the start of something good for Bill Belichick, and then he went into Houston and just dropped a big poopy in his pants. I'm going to take Arizona on the road in this one. Arizona's got to come back around, play a little bit angry, play a little bit of a chip on the shoulder after going into Seattle and not being able to come away with a win there. What do you think?
I'm gonna go Patriots. It's just because I think I've been reading some reports that Kyler Murray might have a shoulder injury.
So they said he injured the AC joint in that game, but I don't even think he'll have an. I mean, I guess right now he has an injury designation, but I expect there to be no issue there. That's my expectation anyway.
Well, it's a home game for the Patriots, and there might be some injury risk for Kyler Murray, so that's enough to make me to lean towards the Patriots.
Sure. All right, we've got Carolina playing on the road in Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota in this one. Dalvin Cook to control the game, and I'm going to hope my boy Thielen comes off the COVID list and puts up 3 touchdowns again. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think the Vikings are going to win this one. They're going to have a bounce back, especially at home.
Hope so.
Having Teddy Bridgewater out, you would have thought would have slowed them down a bunch, but it really didn't too much.
It turns out the Lions' defense is hot garbage.
Yeah, but I'm still going to go Vikings.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Cleveland playing on the road in Jacksonville. Jacksonville 1-9. Bad. Real bad. Jake Luton, bad. Is Minshew coming back this week though?
I don't think they're going to. Yeah, I think they're going to go with Luton.
Okay.
They're going to ride Luton.
Okay, if they're riding Luton, then I'm taking Cleveland all day long.
Same.
I'd probably take Cleveland even if Minshew was playing, just so we're all aware. We got the Chargers playing on the road in Buffalo. Now, this one's a little bit tougher. I'm going to take Buffalo. I feel pretty good about that. But this Charger team keeps kind of like magically being around in games and usually finding a way to lose. Buffalo is favored by 5.5. Who do you have in this one?
I'm going to go Buffalo. I think it's probably a good spread. Much to what you said, I think the Chargers are going to have to really get a lot of offense going just to kind of keep in the game. But ultimately, they're not going to be able to quite get there.
I'm definitely with you there. All right, we've got Las Vegas playing on the road in Atlanta. This is something tells me Atlanta's going to be in this game. I'm going to take Vegas, but I feel like this is going to be closer. I mean, the spread's only 3 points. It's going to be a close game.
I'll go Raiders. I think that they could really be an 8-2 team if they didn't have Kansas City in their division.
Well, hey, they went 1-1 against Kansas City, so.
Oh, good call. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so it would be more like 7-5, but nope, 5 and.
They'd be like 7-3, but yeah.
Yes, 7-3. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Raiders.
Yeah, one loss on Kansas City's record right now is that game where in Vegas or in Kansas City where they just dominated them.
That's a good call. Yeah.
We've got Miami playing on the road against New York. Jets are going to remain winless, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay. Hammer of the well here. Hold on. Let's look at the spread.
Hammer it.
Let's look at the spread. Hold on. Ooh, New York +7. Yep. Give me Miami all day long on that one. We've got the Giants playing on the road in Cincinnati. If Joe Burrow is playing, I'm probably taking Cincinnati here. But Ryan Finley, no Joe Mixon. Give me New York Giants.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Giants. They're playing better.
Playing decent ball, decent. And we know Cincinnati's defense isn't all there, and the New York defense is okay. And you got a quarterback that you know is hot garbage, right?
So what I would do, like just from a fantasy perspective, is if the Giants' defense is on the wire, pick it
Worth
up.
a pickup.
Oh yeah.
We've got Tennessee playing against Indianapolis. Now, you've taken Tennessee 2 weeks in a row in games against good teams and tough games.
Okay.
You took them against Indianapolis 2 weeks ago, and it beat you.
Mm-hmm.
You took them last week, and you got me back. Indianapolis, all day on this one for me, baby. Playing at home, looking good, playing well, beating good teams right now. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Titans.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
It's gonna be best 2 out of 3 this way. We're gonna settle it.
Maybe we will. It's Indiana's favored. The Colts, the Indianapolis Colts are favored by 3.5. Man, I think I'd probably stay away from this one if I'm a bettor.
Oh, yeah.
Lot of things that can go on here. Next game up on the docket, we've got New Orleans playing on the road in Denver. Is it still Taysom Hill time? Is he going to be able to perform against Denver?
It's Taysom Hill time. I don't think that it's going to be as dominant of a game, but they're going to get it done versus the Broncos.
Well, he has to play a real defense this week. Where if he underthrows the ball by like 30 yards like he did against Atlanta, the Denver cornerback is likely to intercept it as opposed to just keep running into the end zone and let him score a touchdown. By the way, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Dude, turn around and look for the ball. How are you an NFL cornerback if you can't even turn around and find the ball? San Francisco, like the receiver stopped. Like I don't even know what you were looking at. You weren't even coming to your receiver anymore. I'm gonna get passionate. San Francisco playing on the road against the Rams. Got to be the Rams, right? They're playing hot right now. Playing good ball.
Oh, yeah, they're really hot. I think Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp were the first tandem to catch over 10 balls and 100 yards each since I think like 15 years ago. So they're real hot. Their defense is looking good too. They made some key stops yesterday.
They did.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm taking the Rams all day on that one. We have Kansas City playing on the road at Tampa. Now this one's tough for me because now we have Tommy Terrific playing bad. Well, not playing bad, but playing pretty bad. Like he threw 3 picks last night, right? But he doesn't do that very often. And Tampa Bay's defense has been floundering, but like you got to feel like they're maybe going to come around. I don't know. I got to take Kansas City in this one, but I feel like this is going to end up being a really close game.
Yeah, I got to take Kansas City. I mean, Tom Brady's gotten squashed a few times in the recent past, and it just feels like that this is going to be one of those games that he's not going to be able to keep up with the production that the Chiefs are going to be able to put out there.
Now, this is wild to say. They lose this game, and like playoff contention becomes a real issue with Tampa.
Yeah, I mean it's a tight division.
They're already not going to win their division, right?
Mm-hmm.
So things just got real there. Next game on the slate, Green Bay's playing at home to Chicago. I got Green Bay winning this one by a while. Somehow they are okay. Let's just put this into perspective. Green Bay is favored 8.5 at home against Chicago. They are favored more by Vegas odds than Miami is to beat the Jets. Just throwing that out there. I'm going to take Green Bay in this one. And to be fair, the Jets have been playing a little bit better of late. I'm going to take Green Bay in this one. I don't know that they cover. This is maybe like a 4 or 5 point game for me. Not double digits. But I am going to take Green Bay just in a pick'em style.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay as well. I've heard rumblings about maybe they're considering to starting basically both of their quarterbacks are questionable. And
Oh,
Ryan,
and with Chicago, yeah,
yeah, so I'm thinking that they're probably gonna have to start like a practice
that might
squad guy.
that might explain the spread a little bit. I'll give you that.
Hmm.
All right, we've got Seattle on the road in Philadelphia. Seattle's favored by 5.5. The Eagles have been tanking hard. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, you gotta go Seahawks.
You got to go Seahawks.
Hmm.
Upset of the week. I'm taking Philly.
Wow, that is an upset.
My upset of the week, baby.
Hmm.
I think so. Just to put this in perspective, and this is bold, and I'm putting it on the lowest of my confidence scale. I think that Philly will find a way to play well and win in this one. And beyond that, I think every NFC East team wins this week except Washington, only because they're playing another NFC East team. It's hard for me to believe. I know we've talked about it being like possible that like a 5 or 6 win team wins that division,
Hmm.
and I just can't. I can't buy that. I can't buy that that's going to happen. And the only way that doesn't happen is if the NFL tends to even itself out. So statistically, I'm looking at it and saying, okay, we're coming up towards the end of the season. Some of these teams have to win some games. Statistically, it's likely that I don't know that all three of them win, but I'm going to take the statistical likelihood there and then put it at a 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my bold prediction of the week be the Cardinals. Sorry, the Patriots beating the Cardinals.
That's a bold prediction. Yeah, that's definitely an upset pick. So I like that out of you. I do like that out of you. Anything you want to give the viewers before we sign off on this glorious Tuesday evening?
Just be on the lookout for uh, wide receivers that you could trust. If they're not picked up yet, like obviously we talked a little bit about Michael Pittman earlier.
Mm-hmm.
For running backs, Gus Edwards, but ultimately you are going to want to figure out exactly who you want to take to the dance because the dance is going to start soon and playoffs are
Starting.
coming.
Yeah, the playoffs are right around the corner. The dance is starting soon. And I don't, if I'm honest, I don't know that I'm ready for the dance.
Hmm.
So we're working on it though. We're
One
working
more
on
group
it.
of bye one more group of bye weeks next week though, so just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, Tampa has a bye week next week, so something to be aware of because there's some, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tom Brady, uh, Ronald Jones. So there's a
Hmm.
lot of players that you need to make sure that you've got some cover with there, as far as that goes. So definitely some things to still think about. The season's not over, unless of course you're in the bottom of your league, at which point don't give up, never surrender, and don't trade away stars to your to somebody and let them win the league. So
No way, be the spoiler.
I love that. Be the spoiler. Be the spoiler. All right. Well, George, appreciate you joining us on Tuesday. Great show today. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Leave us some notes of encouragement or tell us you hate us. I don't care. We're just here to have fun. All right. Thanks, everyone. This has been the M&M Show for Week 12. We'll see you next week.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving. Be safe out there.